Hey y'all, it's your girl Stace in the place, and happy Candle Day Eve from the four of us, myself, Sterling, Tuxie, and little crazy Winnie over here. Just wanted to hop on and give you guys a few little tips and tricks to make sure that you are prepared for Candle Day. Don't mind Sterling, she is still trying to determine if she likes her outfit for today or not, and Tux is pining for attention, and Winnie, she's kind of chilling, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Anyhow, I hope you all are super excited for Candle Day starting tomorrow at 6 a.m. and even 5 a.m. for some of us. So today, if you have a chance, I would say to stop by your local store just to pop in, take a peek to see where things are, smell some of the candles if they are already out. So then that way you're kind of more mentally prepared for tomorrow, because when I tell you Candle Day is so overwhelming, like it doesn't matter what time you go in, it's wild. Like we're all amped up about it. The anxiety is like through the roof. It's going to be super exciting, but it can also be a little stressful if you're not prepared. So I would highly suggest to go by your store if you haven't been by it already, just to check in and to see what candles are where, which scents are you interested in, and kind of to get your candle game plan together, you know? So another thing, if you have already been to your store, checked it out, and you're like, I'm ready to go, you can check online and see what time on the app or online under the store locator to see what time your store opens. However, I also highly suggest that you call the store. Most of these stores have an automated message when you call, and it'll say something to the effect of like, oh, it's the most exciting day or the most exciting time of the year, and have a little advertisement for Candle Day, expressing for everyone to make sure that you join the rewards program, download the app so that you're able to shop early on a Friday as a members exclusive. But also on that phone call at the stores, you will hear, hopefully, fingers crossed if all the stores have updated it, but most of the stores that I called today, they updated their thing and they're like, hey, we're opening from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. or we're opening at 5 a.m. To 8 p.m. on Friday, this time for Saturday, this time for Sunday, and kind of gives you the rundown of times. They also said that body care day will be next week as well on one of the little automated messages. So I would highly suggest that, because one store I looked at and it said that it was opening at 5 a.m. in the morning, but then when I called it, it said 6 a.m. So I was like, interesting. So that will not be the first one that I go to, because I would be very upset if I went there and online it says they open up at 5, but in reality they were opening until 6, because that would be such a bummer. So I highly suggest, if it has an automated message, just listen so you can get a game plan together. Also with Candle Day, I find that for me personally, I like to go to multiple stores. So I will see which one opens when and at what time, kind of look at the traffic, since if you're shopping on Friday, you want to be mindful of rush hour traffic, depending upon what city you live in. And I would take the time to just map it out from your house to the store and then to the other stores, just to give you an idea of how much timing it is between going from one place to the other. Because many people won't talk about this, but for us coffee and Paris Cafe lovers, you may or may not want to have that big, huge cup of coffee in the morning to keep you up and alert, because trust and believe me, if you're at the store at 5 a.m. and you've already had a cup of coffee, you're going to be lucky if you make it through making your purchase and driving to another store before your bladder starts to call you, be like, hey, it's time for us to take a break. So I would definitely make sure that you kind of map things out, because you never know. And considering that it's early in the morning, stopping off by a gas station or stopping off by, I don't know, who has good bathrooms, Target or Home Goods and stuff, like they may or may not be open if you're out at 5 a.m. and 6 a.m. So just a little thing that I did not think about a year or two ago, and like now it always just sticks in my mind to make sure. I'm like, I know you love coffee, Stace, but I would need for you to hold off a little bit, just a little bit. Let the adrenaline from Candle Day keep you warm and help get the adrenaline up. So also another thing, if you're going in the morning and you're going to the mall, you may just want to give yourself a little bit of extra time, because you never know, like, well, not that you never know, but it's hard to know which actual door is going to be open, because most of the malls around here down in the South, they don't open until maybe 10 or 11. Sometimes they open up a little bit earlier during the Christmas season, but 5 a.m., I seriously doubt that any other store other than Bath & Body Works is going to be open at 5 a.m. this Friday. I could be wrong, but that would just be my guess. So you want to see just, where the entrances are. And you could even ask, if you stop by the store today, and be like, hey, is there any chance you guys know which entrance to the mall will be open? Some malls may, have a sign up. I remember last year at the South Point Mall in Durham, they actually had someone from Bath & Body Works out there in the frigid cold. I felt so bad for them, but they were out there ushering people in, like, hey, this is the door. You guys can come on in for Candle Day. So it was very nice and very sweet, much appreciated. But I wish that they had like a little heat lamp or something, like that, for them to be out there in the freezing cold. So also on that note, make sure that I'm going to say dress warm, but like dress warm enough. If it's freezing cold and you're in New York, like, I totally get it. Wear your full-on parka, live your best life, and don't try to freeze for fashion. But I say that because when you get into the store, it's a little hectic. It's a lot of people. And at that point, it's like you want to have on the bare minimum that you need to keep your body warm, and to also have your phone so you're ready and able to scan, and then also your form of payment. You want to have those ready to go, and your coupons, and the coupons. So like for me, I usually will wear a jacket. Winnie, I will usually wear a jacket that allows me to put my credit card and my coupons, if I have coupons, in my breast pocket, or having actual pockets to put my phone in. With my pants, I don't wear leggings. I always try to wear something that has actual pockets in case I need to just put my phone in my pocket real quick. I can keep going. Like, you don't want to have a lot of stuff in your hands. You don't want to have a huge heavy purse, because when we normally shop at Bath & Body Works, it's not a whole bunch of people in there. And you might get lucky at 5 a.m., like maybe it's just the crazies like myself who are there like waiting at the door for them to open the door so we could get to shopping. But usually I feel like the last couple of times it wasn't too crazy, wasn't too hectic. But can you imagine when you're in the store on a weekend and you go in and there's at least about 20 something people, and they're there with family members and children, and it's a little chaotic. It's hard to focus, and it gets a little frustrating when you're trying to move around the store and you've got a big purse and you're worried about your purse hitting and knocking over the candles. You're carrying 2 big baskets and you're trying to put candles in. It gets a little crazy. So I feel like the more you can shed, the better. So then that way you just go in with your bare minimum, like you're ready to go. And this is for people like myself who you go in with a wish list, you want this, that, and the third, and like you're in the zone, because this is like, as some others have said, this is our Super Bowl. This is the candle Super Bowl of the year. So like when we go in there, it's game time. As I forget who else said it. It was Kimball. Kimball was like, when she goes, like, she doesn't like to go with other people and stuff, and I mean, I have to agree with her. I love my friends and my family to death, but when it comes to Candle Day, I'm solo dolo. I need to be able to get in. I need to look and see what I want. I need to be able to get in, get out, move on to the next store, or do what I got to do. I can't be like, oh yeah, I like this, I like that. Oh, did you smell this one? Like, No. I have been researching for the past couple of weeks. I have been looking at Life Inside the Pages blogspot. Like, I have a strategy. Like, I'm in the zone. And it sounds so mean and so crazy. I know it sounds so crazy, but it's like, I don't know. This is super exciting because candles are $9.95. Any candle, doesn't matter which one. And it's like, if you find Feliz Navidad tomorrow, like, I feel like you have won the jackpot. I'm not going to get my hopes up to find one, but like, if I find one, y'all, like, prepare yourselves because your girl's going to be so excited. Let's see, what else would I say is a good thing? Make sure you go ahead, put gas in your truck or gas in your car. I was on my way home from the stores today, and y'all, I had to go to the restroom, but I was like, nope, I'm putting gas in this car before I get home. Like, absolutely not. So yes, I stood there doing the little dance. I was like, nope, I gotta get this gas. And then when I go home, I can go home and relieve myself. But as of now, no, I need to be fully prepared for Candle Day because I don't want to wake up and then be like, oh no, I need gas, or in between stores, I need to get gas. Like, no, I gotta bring my A game. Another thing that you may want to consider, so it depends on how comfortable you are with technology. Me, personally, I like having paper and pen. I mean, y'all have heard it many a times. I'm a millennial. Like, it's just something about having a piece of paper and like a little pen, and I can just visually see the number of candles and the name of the candles that I want to make sure that I have. You can also use the Notes app on your phone, but I don't know, for some reason, it just doesn't, I feel like it's hard for me to like delete something, or if I want to change the number, then I'm like change the number. Whereas if I have a pen or a pencil, I'm just and I'm done. And like I can just easily whip it out, look at it, put it back. Perfect. But you know, to each their own. Another thing, make sure the back of your car is cleaned out, or you don't have any like, you don't have anything that could like be rolling around in the back, or you don't want anything. I usually empty out my truck. My truck is empty, thank goodness, because we just did our little 40% off haul. And so I like to have it nice and empty so I can just throw and go. Throw the candles in and keep it moving to the next stone. Okay? Another little tip is to make sure you have some snacks in the car, just in case you get a little hangry. You never know. And to also go ahead and program in your GPS where the stores are located that you would like to go to. Now, if you're only going to one store, then you forget all of that stuff. Just go live your best life, live it up at the store, and then treat yourself to a nice little breakfast. I don't know, y'all. I'm still on the fence. I'm thinking that maybe I'll just go to 3 stores, but we'll see how it goes. It all just depends. It depends on what the selection is going to be tomorrow. So for my newbies who are like, what is it like when you first go in? So I can give you the perspective of someone who wakes up at 4, drives to get to the store at like 4:30 because the store is opening at 5. So for me, the last time I went, I started off in Burlington, North Carolina. Rumor has it is that they have the biggest candle like area. I don't know necessarily how that will compare to the Raleigh Pleasant Valley store, my like favorite little store. But I don't know. But when I went to the Burlington one, that was where I went first for Candle Day. And usually they'll have it set up, if it's a White Barn store, where they have like the White Barn little section, like alcove, and then next to it they have the Bath and Body Works alcove. One of those sides are going to be the side that you enter on, and the other one will be the one that you exit on. Some stores, when you go, they will have the fancy little tote bag with a crate already inside of it, so you could just get that from the sales associate when you're walking in and start loading your candles. Other stores tend to give you the little brown basket that we're used to, or the blue bag that we're used to. And then when you get to the front, hopefully they'll be able to give you the fancy tote bags. Each store kind of does their own thing of how many like say you have, I don't know, 18 candles. Some stores will give you 2 of the red totes because you'll have 12 candles in one and then 6 in the other. Other stores may just give you 1 and then give you a paper bag for that second crate, for that third crate, just because they're trying to make the tote bags last longer. I don't know what the rules are, but just so that you're mentally prepared for all of that. So usually when I go in, the main candles that I don't want to say stressed out about, but the main candles that I'm stressed out about are the body care signature ones. So like Butterfly, Ocean, JCB, because y'all know the ladies be loving some JCB. And I'm just gonna call them the ladies because I'm not gonna be ageist. I'm gonna keep it PC. The ladies be loving JCB, and I love that for them. And so like that section, and in the stars just like flies off the shelf. So like that would be my first section that I would be like curious about and going to, if any of those are the ones that I'm interested in. I highly see Sweet Pea and Dahlia just flying off the shelves, just because people really love those collections, and it's been forever and a day since they've come out in candle form. Another selection that I would be amped up. I don't want to say amped up, y'all. Like, I feel like I sound like an adrenaline junkie, or like I done had 14 Red Bulls. But another selection that I would be like zooming in on, it would be one of the first ones that I stop at, is the White Elephant collection, which is the Cosmopolitan, the Candy Cane Colada, and oh my goodness, what is that third one? Top Shelf Elf. Because if you all have been stalking Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and Reddit like I have, then you'll know that a lot of stores, we haven't seen it out. And so I'm very curious if we haven't seen it because maybe shipment is delayed, or that one is going to be in limited quantity. I don't know. I haven't really heard anything like confirmed, so we'll see. But that is the second collection, or the other collection, that I would be interested in, like zeroing in and finding that one first and picking out my candles from that. And that one for me would be a second one, just because I love the body care signature stuff. And then that collection has a little bit of peppermint, mint stuff going on, and y'all know your girl. I'm not a peppermint patty, but I aspire to be one day. So that's why that was second. Third would be the sweet shop, the one with Candy Emporium, Lavender Marshmallow. I feel like Lavender Marshmallow, it has the possibility to fly off the shelves because that one like is a cult favorite. It sneaks out of the store. When I tell you, at first you see it and like you keep seeing it, and then all of a sudden, all the Marshmallow Fireside lovers, all the lavender lovers, like we just have secret meetings somewhere, and then we just like zoom in and Lavender Marshmallow is gone. I'm not saying that it's going to sell out this weekend, but I could see it being hard to find by the time the semi-annual sale comes. What else is in that collection? Caramel Drizzle and Candy Emporium, Caramel Drizzle, Lavender Marshmallow. Oh, and the Blueberry Lemon Sour. That one, I feel like that one might disappear, but I don't know. That one's such a wild card because some people are feeling like it's just a repackage. Some people not so much, like myself. I don't know. It just smells a little different to me. I would say they made, I don't feel like they're twins, but they're cousins in the same family, I feel like, but they're not identical. But that's just, to me, that's just my nose. Make sure you put your nose on it to see. But I think that one is going to be like a nice scent to have regardless if you're into lemons and blueberries. What other collections are we worried about? I feel like those are like the top ones that I could see flying. Another secret flying out the door would be Laundry Day and Paris Cafe, because those two, Y'all already know how I feel about Paris Cafe, but I'm not going to go there because we're hustling through. Okay, Paris Cafe, you already know. Coffee lovers, we're snatching them up. Okay, baby, we are snatching them up. And when I tell you it smells strong just like it did back in the day, absolutely. Next up is, what did I say? Laundry Day. So Laundry Day is another sneaky little one because it is also in the White Barn packaging, Basic Betty packaging, but it's in a blue color. And, it kind of fades in with other ones as well because blue tends to be a popular color. And it's wild to me. I was talking to a friend of mine about how I feel like before it was like this big thing of separating the Candle Day candles from the regular ones. But if you notice, a lot of them are kind of meshed in together. So the Sweet Shop ones and the White Barn Spring Seasonal, the one that has Laundry Day, Black Teak Wood, and all of them, like all of those have seemed to be together in the same area. Like those are kind of separated apart. And then the Christmas ornament collection, I don't think it's called Christmas ornament, but like the one with Mary Mimosa, Cranberry Pear Bellini, and the Perfect Christmas, like all of those are together. And then they will have the aromatherapy in the Paris Cafe behind them. The Spring Refresh collection, that kind of looks like a watercolor painting kind of like vibe. It has fresh lilacs. What else is in that one? Winnie, what else is in there? Are you asleep? No, she's awake, but she's just quiet. Interesting. Those are like tucked in under other candles that were already out for Christmas. And most of the Christmas ones that we've been seeing, they're in a floor set by themselves in the middle, like in the big section, but then in the front of them, it's like they're hiding in plain sight. It's the craziest thing. But that's the Raspberry Mimosa, Black Tie, Sweet Whiskey, and oh man, I can't believe I'm blanking on what that other one is. Sweet Whiskey, Black Tie, Raspberry Mimosa. It's the Supper Club collection. I don't know, for some reason that last one, I can see it. Is it Peach Bellini? It's probably Peach Bellini because I love to black that one out. I don't know why me and Peach Bellini got beef, but but those are like hiding down in the bottom in front of the regular schmegular Christmas candles. So like that's wild. And then the body care signature ones are usually off by themselves, either over on the I don't want to say the left because I feel bad if it's in the right side of somebody's store, but like they're usually, it's not right by the candles and it's not right by the body care either. Like it's somewhere kind of in the middle. And I've seen that they've put ocean, flannel, and woodland all together. And then the In the Stars, Butterfly, Into the Night, JCB, all of those are kind of together in their own little section as well. And then your fall candles, if your store has any fall candles left, are usually hidden in the back of the store, and they are going to be along the walls, usually within like that last little section. So yeah, your girl was out here posted up, like checking out the sites and everything. So I would say, try to have a game plan if you've been to your store and you're like, okay, so this is where this is, that is where that is, and kind of have an idea of like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna go to the right because I know I want Mary Mimosa, I know I want this, and then I'm gonna go to body care because I know I want this, I know I want this, and then I'm gonna swoop over to this section because I know that I want Candy Emporium or this is that and the third. When in doubt, this is my big, I feel like this is one of the biggest tips, but when in doubt, put it in the basket. Just put it in the basket. Just go ahead on. Now, if you're like, Stace, like, I'm only getting 5 candles. I got a budget. I got to stick to my budget. I support you, and I say do that. However, pick up the candles that you're interested in. go step to the side, go somewhere. You could even go and stand by the body care if you kind of just like need a minute to think, or you want to smell the candles just to be sure, like this is what I really want. I suggest that, because you don't want to be like standing there and you're trying to make up your mind like, do I really want this in the stars? Do I really need another one? Or do I really want to try Candy Emporium? I don't know. And you're standing there and you're smelling it, but then there's other candles to see as well. And then you don't want to risk the chance that like someone else is getting the very last one of one that you may have been interested in, but you're just standing there like, oh, I don't know. That would be my biggest thing, just because I feel like I run into that a lot at TJ Maxx, Nordstrom Rack, Marshalls, and stores like that. It's like you're on the fence, you're looking at the thing, and you're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna come back to it, and then you go back and it's gone. It happens every time. So that's one big thing that I would advocate for. Like, if you're curious about it, if you think you might like it, put it in your basket. Get your, if you only picked up 7, but your budget is only set for 5, pick up the 7, go somewhere where it's quiet, where you can just think, you can smell your candles, and let that be your moment to help you decide. Not necessarily when you're overwhelmed, you just picked up the candle, you just smelled it, and you're like, oh my gosh, like, I this is my 5th one, but there's this other one that I'm looking at as well. Like, just don't put yourself in that kind of like stressful position. That would just be me advocating. What else? Make sure that you have your form of payment ready to go. Okay, so when you get to the register, and make sure you have your app out ready to go, or know your phone number, have your app ready, just go for it. And if you unfortunately don't have the app, like, just have your phone ready to download the app, or while you're watching this right now, just go ahead and download it, have it, be ready, set to go. Another tip, when you go into the stores, like sometimes, especially the mall stores, like the internet leaves much to be desired, and sometimes in standalone stores too, like it leaves much to be desired. So what I would do is when I wake up in the morning, pull up my app, and then open in the Bath and Body Works app, click the thing for the wallet, and then click the little thing to show your reward member scan thing, and just screenshot it. And then at least that way, when you go into the store, like, you can easily open up your photos and they can scan it and you can be done. Then you're not standing there like, oh no, like I can't get the app to open. The app is acting crazy. Because if you think about it, some of us are going to be in the store at 6 a.m. Eastern time, like shopping, doing our little thing, our little thug thizzle. But then there's also going to be other people who are, at home chilling, and they're like, oh, let me get on the app. I'm waiting to, make my online purchase. So it's going to be a lot of activity on the app. And so you don't want to be in the store and be frustrated because you can't pull up your app, you can't pull up your coupons because you can screenshot those as well, and you can't pull up your rewards because the app is acting crazy. Because this is the first time that we're doing everything all at once. Usually, it used to be that the night before you could online shop early, but they're pushing it to be this Friday morning. So like all of us are going to be in the store trying to get on the app to scan our thing, and everybody at home is probably going to be on the app, or they'll be on the website. In other words, have a lot of patience, because based on history, it's going to be a little wild at 6 a.m. I'm just saying, it's going to be wild between 6 a.m. and 7 a.m. It's going to be wild. It's going to be crazy. Okay? Crazy. If you are wondering, at the stores that I went to, like the Burlington store, I would say there was maybe I was there at about 4:15. They open at 5, sitting in the parking lot. And this was last year, so I don't know, it may change. But I was in the parking lot, and I would say there were 2 other cars. And so maybe around, I don't know, 4:38, 4:40, somebody else pulled up, they got out the car and went to go stand in line. So I was like, okay, bet, let's go. We lining up early, let's go. So I got out and got into the line. By the time it was time for us to go in, there was maybe about like 10 to 15 people in line at 5 a.m. in the morning to go into the store for Candle Day. And the way that they did it was they were like counting the numbers of people. And it was kind of like they would let's say they will let 5 people in. Those 5 people, you go into the first part of the store, you're grabbing the candles that you want, and then just naturally, people start to move further into the store, and then they will let another set of people into the store and another set, just to kind of like keep crowd control. Because if you think about it, if you let like 20 people in all at the same time, everyone's going to be crowded and bottleneck in the very front part of the store. So just keep that in mind, and they have plenty of candles, I think, fingers crossed. I feel like they have plenty of candles, and just because you want certain candles doesn't mean the person in front of you or the person behind you wants those same exact candles. So it's nothing to lose your mind over or to stress about. But it's going to be a wild day. That's all I can say. But I feel like the sales associates, they do their best just to make sure that everyone has a good time. Everyone's able to get the candles that they want. I'm excited, and I hope you all are excited. I hope that these quick little tips are helpful. I feel like Winnie has thoroughly enjoyed me holding her and scratching her back all this time. This girl is a mess. So with that, I think, is that everything? I'm pretty sure that's just about everything that I can think of right now that are some nice little tips. I will try to get on later and give you guys a little look at my little candle wish list. If you are interested in ordering online, I would still suggest to get up at set your alarm for maybe 5:30, 5:40. And if you're staying at home, get up, get on your computer and get on your phone app and go ahead and open up the webpage. 9 times out of 10, they're probably going to do the little queue that we jump into, or the virtual room. So you want to jump in there early. And then go make your little cup of coffee, set an alarm for yourself for 5:58 so you can go back to your computer, go back to your phone, log it. You're already logged in, but look and see, is it time yet? Is it time yet? Make sure you have your credit card right next to you, or your debit or your PayPal, whatever you choose to use, so you are ready to go. I don't know. It's going to be very interesting this year because we've already seen a lot of the candles. So people have had more time to prepare and be ready and have an idea of what they actually want to order. So I'm very curious to see how it's going to go, what's going to sell out quickly versus what's going to linger. I have not seen anything definite about the Murano collection. That's the brioche French toast and white chocolate macadamia. I have not seen that one in store. I have not seen the white elephant one in store. Rumor has it the Murano one will be a Saturday release, but there have been some pictures on Instagram of people who have seen them displayed and out in stores. So I don't know. I think my game plan is I will be up and at 'em and at the store for the 5 a.m. opening, and then maybe I might swing by Friday evening before the stores close, maybe an hour or two before they close, just to see if the that fancy little coffee Murano collection makes it out. But yeah, with that, if you guys have any questions, please hit me up down below in the comments. Please subscribe so you can see our Candle Day haul tomorrow as soon as it is posted, and the start of Vlogmas. Yeah, Winnie? Oh my gosh. So thank you all for hanging out, and we will catch you guys in the next video. Bye. You say bye? No, you don't want to say bye? You want to say see you later? Okay. See you later.